Okay, now I'm normally intrigued when I see a horror movie that's Asian that gets 2 thumbs up from Ebert. And I was like, alright, if Roger Ebert is like, this was a good movie. And it's a horror movie, that normally means one thing. It's a pretty solid movie. Three Extremes is three 40-minute long movies. Now, depending on where you see this one at, they change which order they're in. The version I saw went dumplings, cut, box. Some people, it's box, dumplings, cut. Other people, cut, box, dumplings. Some it's, yeah. So pretty much it's either, it's one of two directions. Yeah, and so I'm going to skip dumplings and I'll get back to that one. Cut, some people refer to as the way Saw should be done. You have a director who is a good man. Constantly reports that he is a good man. He gets taken hostage by someone from his past. And this person wants him to do different sorts of things. One is, like make him laugh. Other one is, strangle this little girl. If he doesn't do it, every 5 minutes that go by, he's going to cut off one of his wife's fingers. His wife, of course, is like glued to a piano. She's a pianist. And has, like a rope through her mouth. And depending on the cover art you see, if you see the cover art where the woman's got like the black smeared makeup and a gag, it's kind of her face. This one is really bizarre. It actually has a song and dance number, as well as some comedic relief. And it's more about the corruption of a good man. And it's fairly bloody. I mean, you got somebody cutting off the fingers of someone who's like glued to a piano. And it's done very weird. It's done very well. The ending is just head scratching. That's the only, the build up to it. When the assailant gets dealt with, that's all very good, perfect. And also you have this weird kind of, it's like I know when he's going through his corruption, he goes this long diatribe about what he really feels about his wife. And I was like, was that actually enough to push him to do what he did at the end? Or did I miss something? The weird thing about Asian horror, as opposed to American horror, is beyond that I have to read subtitles the whole time, because when it's dubbed, it makes almost no sense, and it's ridiculous. Is you can miss like a line or two, or miss the inflection in the way something is said, and other parts will make no sense. There's a lot of complexity to this one. I would probably say it's probably the weakest one out of all of them, but that's really not saying that much. It's still amazingly done. Box is about a girl who's having really bizarre dreams. Either she's a 25-year-old and she's enjoying her life, and occasionally seeing her sister who died in a fire. In other dreams, she's part of these two twins who are contortionists. And the first time you see them, when they're all contorted, it gives away the ending. So, this one is done very beautifully and surreal, and some of the scenes have fantastic acting to them. And the ending, again, is kind of like I didn't know that could be like that. But it does make some of the dialogue that she has when she runs into the person who helped the two twin contortionists, makes a lot of sense. But the ending doesn't make that much sense. I'm going to go through spoilers afterwards. Then I got the dumpling. Here's all I'm going to say about it before I go into spoilers. It is an Asian film about a special sort of dumpling that has rejuvenative effects. Okay, now on to the spoilers. For Cut, the assailant is an extra. At the very end, the director, after the extra is killed by his wife, then strangles his wife to death. So you go from him seeing like the whole I would never harm anybody, You've got me here. I'm freaked out. You changed me mentally. Let's let it go to that. So it's this full level of corruption to him actually strangling his wife to death. His soliloquy is about how much he absolutely hates his wife. Okay? Box. They're conjoined twins, but one is 25, one is 10. Dumpling. The woman finds out very, very early on that what she's actually eating is aborted fetuses. And that depending on the age of the fetus, different rejuvenative effects. Once she finds this out, she's kind of okay with it. I don't know what is Asian films and abortion. I did actually do a little bit of background reading, and apparently in certain cultures, they actually used to eat the fetuses for the nutritional and for like rejuvenative effects. Yeah. So essentially, when you hear Bai Ling chopping up the meat source, and I was like, why is it like 6 different colors? And she's crying, oh, this tastes horrible. And then she went through the process, like, like 5 to 6, the craniums there, you make out like little arms and legs. Okay. There's a moment in that where there's a schoolgirl who has an incest baby. So Bai Ling prepares for this aging actress the aborted male incest baby or fetus, which then makes the actress have these weird like scaly, fishy, smelly spots. Confused yet? Okay. It's because when you eat an incest baby, it's cursed. But cursed children have the best rejuvenative effects. It gave her a more healthy glow, it tightened her skin up. So the woman gets to the point where she actually is rejuvenated to the point where she actually can become pregnant. Bai Ling's character finally gets kind of, like run out of town. People find out, oh, hey, you know what? She's getting aborted fetuses from, local kids, from just about everybody around. She's getting, aborted fetuses wherever she can to make these dumplings. Woman finds out she's pregnant. Well, she really wants to make sure she stays this nice, young, healthy, youthful look. So what does she do? She's taking a bath. She's in the bathtub. Takes a long metal rod, sticks inside of her, and essentially ruptures the fetus. And then begins to essentially ingest bits and pieces of her own aborted fetus, while looking at the camera and licking her lips. That one by far is probably one of the most disturbing ones, because once she finds out what she's eating, there's that moment where she's freaking out, she's about to throw up. Then she stops. And decides, you know what? To look beautiful, to look young, it's worth. My physical appearance is worth paying to eat dumplings made out of aborted fetuses. And that's, when it comes to making a statement about something, that ranges from everything, the use of aborted fetuses for stem cells, the beauty industry, how vain we are as a society. That hits this huge spectrum of things. And it does it in such a manner that's just really just there. It's in your face. With, yes, to look beautiful and to look young, this woman is willing to eat aborted fetus dumplings. Wow. It's there. She is so vain, she actually decided to abort her own child to stay looking young and youthful. And that is the 3 extremes.